More from the pre-bell playbook. Let's get to Kevin Hanks. He's live at the CBOE. And what an extension now we're seeing of some of the records here. What are folks saying? Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, Nicole. Despite a week where we're not going to get the economic data that we normally get, we still have so much to keep us busy. 176 names in the S&P 500 coming out with earnings between now and the close on Friday, and 5 of the Magnificent 7 names. But there's others as well. There's United Healthcare, there's Boeing and Caterpillar, there's Visa and MasterCard. There's a look at the U.S. consumer. It's going to be a big week for overall corporate earnings. But despite the fact that we're going to get a Wednesday Fed decision and we're going to get a late in the week meeting between Xi Jinping and President Trump, there's a lot going on. To start the week, today, what we're focused on is a trade deal. Scott Bessent said it. Very successful framework for a trade deal with China, has markets up. It's got not only stocks higher, but it's got grain markets higher. Why? Because China's going to start buying U.S. agriculture again. But look at the difference between Bitcoin and gold today, kind of significant. Look at VIX getting hit hard to start the day. So there's a lot going on here, and it just gives the feeling. Now, I don't know how this week's going to play out with earnings and how we're going to look on Friday, but it feels like this market wants to go higher at a quick pace, Nicole. We'll see how that plays out throughout the week. There's a long way to go between now and the end of the closing bell on Friday, but this is a really good start to the trading week.
Oh, yeah. I saw Microsoft got an upgrade today. We have a slew of those tech names. As you noted, so many names due to report. Tech will definitely be in focus this week, right?
Exactly right. I mean, with Wednesday afternoon, Meta, Microsoft, Google Alphabet, Thursday afternoon, Amazon and Apple. D.A. Davidson just put out a cautious note on Apple ahead of their earnings. But not only that, it's more. How about Tesla that came out with earnings last week? Look at Tesla's got a letter out from their chair, Robin Denholm, saying we could lose Elon Musk if we don't approve this pay package, and giving all the reasons why they should approve this the pay package. So there's also news on Tesla, but I think this week will be dominated by early in the week by the China trade deal, the setup going forward. Then on Wednesday, we'll get a Fed meeting where they'll no doubt lower rates by 25 basis points, at least 25 basis points, and then earnings will take over. And then late in the week, I think it'll all be about this President Trump and Xi Jinping meeting. So, Nicole, buckle up. Despite not getting any economic data, remember, we'd get GDP, we'd get income and outlays this week if we had the government open. Despite all that, we still have plenty to keep us busy, Nicole.
Yeah, I mean, one concern is the airlines. We saw a lot of delays, and those folks aren't being paid. And there's a few bills. I heard that the Republicans have put together some bills. One to pay the TSA or airline folks that are not being paid. Another for SNAP programs for the folks who get those SNAP for food. They were putting forward another bill for that, just trying to at least expedite some of those for folks that are definitely more in need at the moment during this government shutdown, day 27. All I have to do is look at the date, and that's what day it is on the government shutdown. So it's October 27th. It's the 27th day of the shutdown. Also, Federal Open Market Committee, we're going to hear from the Fed. Big week, right?
Yeah, the Fed meeting this week. Why is that important? I think it's pretty much a lock that the Fed goes down 25 basis points. What's in play if they go down more than that? And what else is in play? Jerome Powell's comments on Wednesday at the press conference, how he sees the overall. Remember, the inflation number that we got on Friday from CPI, pretty good. in terms of the fight against inflation. All numbers were lower than expectations. So Jerome Powell has the green light that he's looking for to focus on the other side of his dual mandate, which is the labor market, and that gives him the green light to lower rates. Now, does he do something bigger? The market's expecting 25 basis points. Does he go bigger than that, or does he guide? Does he do 25 basis points and guide to more rate cuts? It's going to get interesting. There's a lot of different reasons why this market could trade on both sides, but this week is set up for one significant market-changing event after another, Nicole.
All right, Kevin Hanks, great to see you there live at the CBOE. Busy week ahead. Thank you, Kevin.